It was a trip long rumoured but fiercely concealed. The Prime Minister visiting Ukraine in the midst of its invasion.
This is a mortar shell, typical trait.
Albanese toured the cities of Irpin, Hostomel and Bucha, seeing firsthand the devastation visited upon the civilian centres.
And here we have what's clearly a residential building. Another one just behind it, brutally assaulted. This is a war crime.
In Kyiv, the PM met with Volodymyr Zelensky just 2 weeks after the Ukrainian president issued his invitation.
This is the first visit of the head of the Australian government to our capital in the history of our state relations. We appreciate and are grateful for your presence here with us at this time.
The leaders held a 2-hour meeting in which Australia pledged further assistance.
Australia will today announce an additional $100 million of military support, bringing our total spending to almost $390 million.
The new commitment includes 14 armoured personnel carriers, 20 Bushmaster vehicles and military drones. The PM also announcing sanctions against 16 additional Russian officials and a ban on the import of Russian gold.
Australia stands ready to continue to support the government and the people of Ukraine for as long as it takes for Ukraine to emerge victorious.
Zelensky expressed gratitude but stressed the need for even greater support against the invaders.
There will never be enough weapons against Russia. Enough weapons is when you have fire superiority. So no matter how much one country wants to help, the help of one country would not be enough.
But as the pair met, the eastern city of Lysychansk fell to Russian forces, putting Putin one step closer to taking the Donbas region and making Ukraine's fight to reclaim its land that much harder.
Kira Rudik is the leader of Ukraine's Holos Party and joins us now from Kyiv. Kira, just what does it actually mean to the people of Ukraine to have world leaders visit? Is it solidarity or merely a photo op?
It is, first of all, solidarity. But as we see that rare world leaders are coming in without the presence, without the gifts, without the additional aid and military support. So they're coming not just to say hi, they're coming to say, our country is with yours, and here is what we are going to give you. We are giving you military support, we are giving you financial aid, we are giving you the belief that the support will continue. We are giving you the plans that we will be working together and you will receive what your country needs to win this war, not just to continue the fighting. So this is why it's so important to have Australian Prime Minister today, because as of right now, we have received $170 million from your country, and he's promising to get us more. He's bringing in more weapons, he's bringing in more money, what is needed for us to be able to win over Russia, to take our territories back, and actually to live in the country that we used to live in and make it better.
Kira, how significant is that aid that Australia has pledged to Ukraine?
So let me just give you a brief example. We have an office in Bucha, Bucha, where all the atrocities happened. So this office is completely destroyed by 3 Russian rockets. So all in all, it's $300,000 of cost. So it's this very small office, but they were able to hit it with 3 rockets because they don't care about finance. And it's something that my country cannot do. So every kind of support is significant. Every amount of money that we are receiving is significant. And every piece of weapons and supplies is significant for us. Because we are basically crowdfunding with the world to get ourselves ready for this war. Because we are basically running around and fundraising, getting money and support from anybody who can give it to us. Because at war, there is never enough of stuff, especially that we are fighting the 2nd largest army in the world. And to win over it, we need everybody in. We need everybody to pitch in with whatever they can. Of course, we would need more support. Of course, we will need more money. Of course, we will need more weapons. But what I can say about Australia's support, that it is increasing, and that's why it's incredibly helpful.
What you say there echoes the President, Volodymyr Zelensky's call for more support. When he says that, though, is he talking mostly about more weapons? Or is he actually talking about military intervention from NATO?
We do understand that nobody will be fighting for our land. We are very ready and we are very good in doing it ourselves. What we do need is to get the weapons and supplies and financial aid. This is what we are asking for. And from NATO countries, if they will deliver on all the promises that they have already given us, that would be a good replacement of anybody coming and fighting here for us. We actually do not need military intervention from NATO countries. We would love it, but we don't 100% need it. We are able to fight ourselves. And you see that we are doing it very well. So what we need is, so we would not come in front of Russian soldiers with our bare hands. So we need for the world leaders to fulfill on the promises on the weapon, finance, and sanctions that they have given us, and see how we will actually be fighting Russians on our territory.
Well, Kira, we appreciate your time. Thank you for joining us and stay safe.
Thank you, and glory to Ukraine.